Hey, this is Pierre Delacote working on Planet Technologies. Forms. Usually people think that forms is only for survey, quiz, poll, but you know, it's called forms. So it's really to gather information through forms. So I thought, what example can I use to show that it's a form? So I looked on the internet and tried to find what forms people can use to especially when you go to the doctor, you have to fill out this form to see if you have COVID symptoms. So I grabbed some answers, some questions here, where if you answer one of these questions with a yes, there's a problem. So how can I do this form? So let me try to do it. So I build this. I'm not going to ask all the questions, but I build it with different sections, asking just simple questions with yes and no. I create one, I duplicate it, and I have my form. I'm not going to show you how do you do that. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. I changed the theme to be nicer. I put the settings to only people in my organization can respond, and I can record the name of the person who is responding. I allow several answers so I can gather more answers and show you some examples. And I can send an email if for every time there's an answer. But the goal here is not to explain how to use forms because it's really simple and you can investigate. I have other videos that explain that. The goal is to show you that it's a form tool, not just a quiz tool or poll tool or survey tool. It's a form tool. So let me first um, show you. I'm going to shorten this URL, copy this URL, open a new window, and show you the experience from an end user that is receiving the form. So it's typically this is a form, so the person can answer the question, is very sick, okay? I'm going to resubmit the form so you can see different questions, different answers, sorry. Okay, so the person who's administrate the forms now have several answers with some diagram to show how people answered. It can have more details. The name of the person is stored because it's not an anonymous survey. You can have an anonymous survey if you want. You can view the results, navigate the results here, see how much time it took to the people to enter this form. It says 5 because I created these forms and I made some tests and then deleted all the answers. You can also share this summary link with people. If you want people to see only the result, you can send them the link and they can see the results. And when you don't want to share that anymore, you just have to go there and delete this link, and if they try to re-access it, they won't have access to it. So also you can open the form in Excel and see the result of the form in Excel. As you can see, I did it already several times to do some tests. And I'm going to use this Excel file to do something special. Okay, so you can see there's an ID, there's start time, completion time, the email, the name, and the answer to all the questions. Okay, so you can, crunch that if you want. My goal here is to do something else. It's a form, so now I have to manage some data and maybe do some workflow here. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to go in Teams and I'm going to create a list in Teams. So I'm going to go into this demo and hopefully I can create a team here, a list. Let's see if I can do that. So I'm creating a list. So I'm gonna create a list. I'm going through this wizard. I'm gonna use it from Excel. So I'm gonna upload this file as an example, in fact, because I don't want to retype all the columns. And we'll see what it's going to be able to import, actually. So there's the ID. I'm going to import, or do not import. Why? I want to import it. Too bad. Okay, I cannot import that. Do I need so the title? I guess that's starting time. So I'm gonna use that because it's always different. This one I don't want to import. I don't want to import the name, just email address. And I think the rest I want to import it. Okay. Am I good? Well, I think I am. Now I can give a name. Can give a color, an icon, and it's going to create my list with the content of Excel file, but I don't really need the content because my goal is now my goal is to insert every answer I got from different people here in this list and see if it works. And then I have a list and I can do whatever. It's just like a table and I can do whatever I want. It's better than Excel file. So to do that, to be able to insert all the answers here in the list, I'm gonna first do something special because I'm gonna have to have access to the list URL. So I'm gonna open it in SharePoint. And I shall find somewhere. Where is it stored? That's a good question. Where is my list stored? Here's my list. Okay. So I'm going to come back to that later. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go here. And I'm going to create a new Power Automate. So every time there's a answer to the form, I want to create a SharePoint item. So I'm going to search if there's a template for that. Record form response in SharePoint. So we're going to try that. So it's going to connect, okay, to forms and to SharePoint. Okay. Let's see if I can do something with that. So record form COVID response. So I'm going to pick my form. So I think it's this one with uppercase. I need now re-enter this here. Okay, that's where I need my list. So let's go, where was it? Where was was it here? So let's see if this URL is working. Actually, maybe I can find it somewhere in demo. And maybe it will. I don't need this. It finds it. It's smarter than I thought. So now you ask me, okay, for each response, where should I map your answer? So the title, I said it was. What was the title? The timestamp. I say it's a timestamp. So it's where is the time? Submission time. The email. I should have the email somewhere. Responder email. As you can see, I don't have the name because the name is resolved by forms by itself. So that's why I didn't import the name. And then all the answers. So fever, cough, shortness, and fatigue. Where is fatigue? Okay. So that should work. So every time there's an answer in form, it will loop in around for each answers. It will add this into the list, hopefully. So let's try first to see if it works. Okay, I got it. So let's go back to the form. I think that's a form to answer. And let's submit an answer. So I'm going to say yes, yes, next, no, no, submit. And let's see if something is happening here, or even I think I should have the list somewhere. Where's my list? Let's move that here. Hey, I have the answer. Isn't fantastic? So every time somebody is answering, I have an answer with the email name and the answer to the questions. That's pretty damn good and pretty easy, no code. It was not that easy to make it work because I needed to understand that, the title, I need to put something that's unique, and so the timestamp is. But that is pretty impressive. So let's try to answer a second time to see if it works. Where is this page? Okay, I'm submitting another. So yes, no, no, yes, submit. Let's go back to the team. And we shall see a second entry soon, hopefully. So the flow is triggering. I don't know how often it's looking at it, but it should come soon if it's not already done. There it is. Pretty impressive. So now I would like to try. Let's see if it's still easy. I would like to try to send a team message in the team whenever there's a yes somewhere, just to notify maybe somebody that the person is entering as a potential symptom of COVID, and maybe there's something else that's going behind the scene. That's just to show you that forms is not just for quiz, poll, and survey. I'm going all through all this just to show that form is a form tool. Pretty simple to use. So here I'm gonna try another Power Automate. So let's do a template where whenever there's a list item, I want to send something in Teams. So let's see if there's some template. Post a message to Teams if an existing item is modified. Almost that. Notify a team of a new SharePoint list item, of new SharePoint list items. So that's it, but I want a condition here. So let's try this one and see if we can tweak it. I'm gonna do first without a selection, just to see if it works and how it works. So which SharePoint site should I monitor? So it's my demo. Which list should I monitor? So I should find my COVID. Okay. Where should I post my message? My demo. And in which channel should I post a message? Let's say general. And I'm going to create it. So far, it's easy. So it's created. I can edit it to see. Maybe change the name first. Notify for COVID symptom. It's not totally true because here I should do an evaluation of the answer. So we'll see if I can do that with no experience of coding. But first, let's try it. So again, I'm going to go back to my form, submit an answer again. Yes, no, next, no, no. So let's watch if I have an answer here and I have a post in Teams in general. So I should see this happens, and now the other workflow should trigger and send a post to general. So I can see that it works. This one is fine. I master that. So did I master the general post? Apparently not. I don't see a post coming into general. There's a new item here, but no post here, or not yet. So let's go in Power Automate, see if it runs. No runs. So either it didn't trigger. Oh, it's running now. Oh, maybe it's gonna come. Hey, yeah, fantastic. So update from SharePoint, new item has been added. Visit list, and if I do that, fortunately it opens a list, the item directly here. That's pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. Simple, no code. So now let's try to make it more complicated. So I want to trigger this adaptive card only if something is, an answer is yes. So let's try to add something here. So I'm going to add an action. I guess it's a control. So it's going to be I guess it's a control condition, yeah. So if this is equal to yes, or contains yes, because I'm not sure. Let's say contain yes, and add a row, choose value, this, did I choose the right one? So the second one, okay, I'm gonna add another row, and I'm gonna say, oh no, I'm gonna say or, if one is yes, oh, let's do equal. Is equal to yes. No, so I branched here, so I don't want to branch. I want to say or add a row. So the other one is this one, and I'm gonna to yes, and this one is fatigue. So if one of them is yes, if yes, then I need to post the adaptive card. So that's where I don't know how to put that here or branch that here. I guess, yeah, I should be able to put it in it. So, oh, I cannot believe it's that easy. Let's give it a try. If no, I don't know if I don't do anything. So I'm gonna first put an answer with just no to everything. So here, I shouldn't have a message here, but I should have an entry here. Okay, no. So far, so good. Apparently it works, but at least it says everything is no. But last time it was a little bit longer, so let me try to do another one with one yes. Be crazy. Let's see if it works. So I should have the new answer, yes, no. And do I have a post? Not yet. So I'm gonna open this Power Automate, make it side by side with my teams and see. Yeah, a new item was added, created, view list, and this the one with 1 yes and 3 no. Wow, amazing. So forms is a tool for forms, not just survey, quiz, and poll. That's a proof without any development expertise. Just click there, click through Power Automate, click through list and Teams. You can see that it's really powerful. So I really encourage everybody to investigate in forms. That's a simple way to enter forms. You might not have all the entry you want, and then you might want to switch to Power Apps, which is a little bit more complex, but not that complex neither. But form is a tool to enter to enable any kind of entry with different fields. Not a lot of fields, as you can see. Was just question yes and no, but you have you have the ability to have dates and text fields. But if your form is simple enough, then you can definitely use forms and then use Power Automate and Teams to blend that and have a real application. And you can use this application in on your mobile too, since there's a list app on the mobile and you can have access to Teams on the mobile. So it's really powerful. It's simple use case. COVID notification if somebody is filling the form that is showing that there's a COVID symptom. I was able to do that pretty quickly without any expertise. Hope this was helpful. It was for me.